Today I'm with Solo. Solo, how old are you?
I'm 47 years old.
Solo, how many years have you been out here in the streets?
Going on 2 years now, 2 years. It's a change, you know, but my story is a long one. It don't start out here in Arizona. It starts in Michigan, so, but it's a struggle with drugs, just people dealing with people, and finding a place to live and just trying to live, you know.
You did 12 years was your stretch?
Yeah, out here. It was for I was hanging out with a female. They charged me with armed robbery, and it wasn't even an armed robbery. I was helping a female go home to get her clothes, and her roommate had called the police and said that I had robbed him, which is furthest from the truth. And because of my felony conviction from a different state, when he said that, they automatically went with his story, and they got me for armed robbery, and I signed a plea for 10 years. It was either that or go to trial, and can't go to trial when you got somebody getting on the stand saying, "Oh yeah, you did," you know. So I'm guilty. I had to do it, so I signed 10 years of my life away. Don't even remember the girl's name.
Those women, man, they'll get you, huh?
Absolutely.
So how is your life like now as opposed to, so you were locked up for 12, you did 12 years, now you've been out for 2 years. What's going on with your life now?
I never imagined in a million years I'd be homeless like this. Never. I've always worked. I've always had everything, you know, like, I grew up poor, but mom's on welfare, no dad, abusive relationships. My mom was in bike, you know, and I never thought I'd be homeless like this, and it sucks. I don't like it. I try to find every day to get help. You know, I can't hold an employment. I can get a job, but with my mental stuff of being locked up, like being around certain people and just being, it's hard for me to work. And so that causes me not to have a place to live, you know. And I go to these CBIs and the ALOCs, the people that they say they help bridge the gap between incarceration and being out here in the street, and they try to help you get things done, but they only go so far, and it's not like I don't want to say I need special help, but it's just like I don't know what to do, you know. I'm scared I'm gonna be dead out in the streets because I can't find the right help that I need, you know. It's sad, really. I struggle with addiction every day, and it's crazy out here, you know. That's why I'm doing this video, to help to younger generations to see me, and hopefully what I'm saying to the camera is like, and don't come out here if you got issues or whatever. If you're dealing with something, talk to somebody about it, you know.
Do you wish that somebody would have talked to you when you were a youngster and guided you? You didn't have a father. You witnessed, you know, turbulent times when you were young. So if somebody would have set you off to the side and said, "Hey, don't do this, don't do that," you might have listened?
You probably would have been talking to probably a different, you'd have been talking to a different Solo. You wouldn't have been talking to the homeless Solo. You'd have been talking to the other Solo that, who knows, that might have been in the military, you know, or a police officer or a fire department or any one of these things, you know what I mean? But I didn't have that guidance, you know. I look at people out here in the street, and some people have houses, they have families out here. They don't need to be out here, but still they're out here smoking pills, and I'm looking at them like, what are you doing? Why are you out here, you know? It's not fun, and I think a lot of people think that it's fun, you know? It's not fun. It's dangerous out here.
You being out here, you see the young people, right? You see the teenagers, the young adults. They have no idea, no concept about what they're doing, what they're going through. But you being the veteran, right? The OG, you have a better understanding of the consequences of bad decisions, poor decisions, no guidance. So how does it make you feel that these young kids are out here when nobody was there to talk to you when you were their age?
I'm just glad that I'm here to talk to them. I can't, I don't like to ponder on things like my situation, because it's a story already being written. However it's gonna go, it's gonna go. But I'm not gonna be out here forever, because one time there's gonna be somebody that's gonna come to me and that door's gonna open, and I'm gonna be ready for it, you know. And I just look at the young kids and I'm like, man, this is not the place to be in any park in the United States, smoking pills or hanging out and skipping school and being what you want to be, like a badass. Excuse my French, but you know, that's not the way to do. It's not, you know, don't get you nowhere. Your friends will think you're cool for a second. Like my dad used to say, what are you gonna do when the party's over? And I look at him like, what are you talking about when the party's over? And what are you saying to me is like, when your friends grow up and they get girlfriends and they have kids and they move on with their life and they have everything that they have legitly, you know? Here I'm gonna be stuck holding a ball, partying, drinking, doing drugs, wishing that my friends could come out and still hang out. And that's exactly what's happening. You know, the party stopped, but I ain't stopped, and I'm just, I don't even know what to say, really.
What would you do different? If you're 15 again, what would you do different? What decisions would you make?
I probably wouldn't have started stealing them cars. And that's what ended me up in prison in Michigan. And I would have listened to my parents more, my grandparents, you know, because my mom, she struggled and got, you know, I love her to death. But my grandma was there for me most of the time, and I would have listened to her more, you know. I would have listened to slow down, and all them times I started smoking cigarettes and she wanted me to stop smoking cigarettes, I would have never smoked cigarettes. But I would have did things different, you know. If I could go back to where I was 15 again, I wouldn't have stole nothing. I would have stayed in school, and I would have probably listened to more people that wanted to help me, you know.
What was the last legitimate job that you had?
Last legitimate job I had was I detailed RVs, and I cleaned the parking lots out here in Arizona. So it was a mobile kind of power washing thing that the guy had on the back of his truck. It's a good small business. I've been thinking about, if I ever get out of this rut, you know, that's something I would probably like to do. But yeah, we go around and we power wash the RVs and like the trailer parks, the snowbirds that come out here. We power wash the RVs, and that's what probably the last legitimate job I had.
My last question: your tattoos. How do people look at you? What are the reactions that your face, your tattoos cause?
How they look at me, I don't know. What they cause them to feel, whatever, I have no idea. But I know I wasn't used to people staring at me so much. Because being in prison, people ain't gonna stare at you. I come out here on the streets, I got all these tattoos on my face, and everybody's staring at me, and I'm like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Caused them to call the police on me several times, to where police would show up and be like, hey, why are you coming aggressive to this person? And it took a few times to realize that, you know, people saying to me, hey, you know, they're gonna stare, people are gonna stare. You got tattoos on your face, bro. Like, they're gonna stare at you. So it took me getting used to people looking at me to know that, okay, they might not be looking at me, but the scribblings on my face, you know, which I'm kind of used to it now. And I don't see myself. One time I put the makeup on to cover it, to get a, you know, to do the interview or whatever for the job, and I I didn't like it. And, like, it felt like it took away my personality. Like, I covered the tattoos up on my face, and it was like I wasn't me no more. I didn't like it. So, do I regret them? No. You know. Yeah. I wouldn't get it done though if I were you. Don't get no face tattoos though. Don't do it, because it closes doors. It closes a lot of doors. Jobs and the way people look at you and think of you and judge you. I get judged a lot for these tattoos on my face, and it's not like people are judging me because of what they see and not really what I am. You know.
When I approached you, I introduced myself and I told you the purpose of this channel is prevention through awareness. By me interviewing you, by you having the courage to say, yes, let's talk, let me share my story. A young solo, 13, 14-year-old kid at home that's lost, confused, no guidance. His quote-unquote friends are tempting him to try this, try that, let's go get some cars. By you sharing your story, that little kid might watch this video and be like, damn, if that's what's gonna happen to me in 10, 20, 30 years, you know what? No, I'm gonna listen to my parents, I'm gonna listen to my mom, I'm gonna stay in school, I'm gonna stay on the legit route, right? So I commend you, I applaud your courage to share your story, because not everybody has that courage, okay? So I think you have a good heart. Just by talking to you the past 30 minutes, think you're a good dude, just got lost, got caught up, and this is a result of getting that, living that lifestyle. So I'm gonna give you my card with my number on it, so you can call me if you ever need to write a treatment or somebody to talk to. I'm also gonna go get you some lunch. Solo, it was nice meeting you, talking to you. We'll stay in touch, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, man.